Oh, so even your professor decided to join us? Whew, thank goodness I got here in time. As a Pokemon researcher, how I could hardly miss out on a chance to observe an alpha now, could I? I suppose that is your business. Fine, as long as you stay out of our way. Well, that's rather harsh. This is Deer Track Heights. This is where I've long come to pay tribute to a special Pokemon. A Pokemon descended from ones those ancient blessed by Almighty Sinnoh. I can't talk. That's not it. That's only a troublemaker here to disturb the peace with its racket. And that's what you're here for, to drive that interloper from this place. I'll ensure your Pokemon are ready for battle. Upon my word, what a large specimen. Little wonder alpha Pokemon are feared across the land if they're all as oversized as this one. Exactly. They're not only big, though. They are strong and may know moves that others of their kind do not. They're not to be trifled with, let me tell you nevertheless. I believe you are stronger still than this alpha, so go show it that beyond any mistaking. Be careful, Shunai. Size is a potent weapon in of itself. No doubt this alpha is a powerful and hardy foe. If you must face it, make sure your Pokemon have some strong moves at their disposal. Right. Up, clamp duty. You really are an impressive one, aren't you? Seeing someone best in Alpha like that, it truly reminds me of the legendary hero of old. We best make sure your Pokemon are taken care of after facing off against such a foe. What in the world? It's the Great Weird Deer. He looks upon you with kindness. I'd say the Great Weird Deer has taken a liking to you. That is fortunate. He is an esteemed Pokemon that can dash across the expanse of Hisiri while bearing a human on his back. A human he deems worthy, at least. He is a blessing to us all. Remarkable! Truly outstanding stuff! A Pokemon letting someone ride on it? Why, it's just like the ride Pokemon of Alola! Which are apparently a thing at this point in time. Professor, I take it things went smoothly? I'm here on Captain Silene's orders. She said we'd be able to set up a base camp here once you and I took care of her request. About that. I know this was a joint decision by Adamant and the commander, but still, is it truly fine for us to set up more base camps like this? The Hisui region is a land created by Almighty Sinnoh for the sake of its Pokemon. As long as your goal is to coexist and thrive together with Pokemon, then I imagine you should be allowed to use this land. The Great Weirdeer has taken a liking to her as well. This is a good sign. You have my thanks for what you did today. Our clan leader will hear how you aided us. I'll come show my appreciation with the proper reward as soon as I can. Well, if we are to coexist and thrive with Pokemon, we'll need to know them better. And the first step toward that is completing the Pokedex. The construction course should be here soon enough. They'll have our new base camp pitched in no time. Several hours later. Here we have it, our new base camp upon Deer Track Heights. I'll call it the Heights Camp. From now on, when you set out from the village, you can be asked to be escorted to this base camp to start your excursions directly from here. Having more base camps ought to make our survey work easier, huh? Well, how about that? How about we head to the Wallflower like usual? Ugh. 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 So close. Shake my fist at it. Have you all heard the grave news? The frenzied Cleavor from the rumors that ended up mauling some of our Galaxy folks who went out to investigate it this morning. The medical corps has a hard time getting all the injured back on their feet. Ah, this is the Cleavor that was reportedly struck by powerful lightning, yes? I did hear he's been behaving most erratically since then. Still, if further investigation is in order, the Survey Corps will of course step up to the task. A certain amount of danger is inevitable when researching unfamiliar Pokemon, but I'm sure Shunai here can handle things just fine. But that Cleavor is said to be much, much stronger than even an Alpha Pokemon, isn't he? Now, you forget the strengths of Pokemon are key items of information that we of the Survey Corps are duty-bound to research. And since this perilous work of ours calls for a clear head and fighting fit physique, I do believe, pardon me, a good night's sleep is in order after this fine meal. The next day. Rise and shine! The boss wants you. Kamado, that is. Get yourself to the commander's office. My. Did you get a good rest? Look who's being punctual. Finally realize you're wasting Almighty Sinnoh's precious time by bowing to a sham? There you go again, insisting on your false image of Almighty Sinnoh as a ruler of time. My people follow the true Almighty Sinnoh, the font of all creation and ruler of space. Ha! How could you have all that space there is and still not know what to do with it? Excuse me? Are you really suggesting that you make better use of your time than we make a vast Hisui space? better than some. It's a miracle you showed up on time, oh mighty leader of the Pearl Clan. I worried you'd get lost in the pointlessly vast space you're so fond of and never show up. Me get lost, an almighty Sinnoh's great gift to the Pearl Clan, and our world's very basis. You wish. I wish that I hadn't let myself get dragged into arguing with you. Almighty Sinnoh, forgive me. What a waste of time. I'm off to Commander Kamado's office. I believe it was you who started this. Just another day with those two, I see. That man's named Adam, and he's the leader of the Diamond Clan. They put a lot of importance on time, as you could probably tell. And the girl is Irida, leader of the Pearl Clan. They're all about space. You heard what she called it, right? Our world's very basis. Whenever they run into each other, those two same arguments always flare up. Seems like they've inherited some bad blood from the predecessor's strife. Ah, well, not our problem. But you'll have problems if you don't get yourself to the commander's office. Also, yes, as time goes on, you'll slowly see the village expand. The expedition hall gets larger, and you'll see many more homes pop up as well. It's like the game goes along with you. Grows with you, rather. Colza, and this guy's the ancestor of Gardenia. This guy. I hate this guy. Because you're not going to be able to complete that quest for a long time. Because the problem is, Cherrim only spawns in rustling trees. And its Priev is even harder to find because of this. It makes trying to finish their Pokedex entries quite the chore. I do not like it. Here's the thing about Bidoof. So I see the man lives here, has a kotatsu, and there are just books everywhere. And this is where Rowlet would be if you didn't pick it. Oshawott just sits here in this little tank. And Cyndaquil sits here in this little hearth. Radisa. Might as well just call her Raditz at this point. What do you intend to do about that Cleavor, Commander Kamado? He may be descended from a warrior of Almighty Sinnoh, but look at the mess he's causing. We can't just sit back. We can't sit back and let him rage on. You do get right to the point, Adaman. Time is a wasted loss. Well, tell me, what would you have us do? Cleavor is a precious lord of the Pearl Clan, is he not? That's the point. My clan can't intervene directly where a lord of the Pearl Clan's concerned. If my people were to do something, our two clans might end up back at each other's throats, just like we used to be. But even folk of the Galaxy team have been wounded, haven't they? Seems someone's got to do something here. Who then? Would the Diamond Clan have the Pearl Clan bring down one of its own honored nobles? I don't believe I said that. Thought it, maybe. You might as well have said it, you fool. Look, we don't even know what drove Lord Cleavor into such a violent frenzy. I'd like to know that myself. This is a first as far as my clan knows, too. I see you've arrived. This is Shunai, the newest member of our Survey Corps. Aha, I hear from Mai you earned Weirder's favor. Good to finally meet you, stranger from the Rift. I'm Adaman, leader of the Diamond Clan, if you want to be formal. But that's just a mouthful, just call me Adaman. If you came from beyond the space-time rift, could you be from the space where Almighty Sinnoh is said to reside? I'm Irida, leader of the Pearl Clan. Caution and foresight are my watchwords, which is why I have trouble believing such a tale. Could you really have passed through the rift? I have a proposition. Why not send this one to study Cleavor before deciding what must be done? You'd send this stranger who supposedly fell from the rift to study Cleavor, this newcomer with no experience? Says the leader with almost no experience. Being a good leader isn't a matter of time. It's a matter of embracing Hisui's vastness without feel. Well then, there you have it. If how new you are doesn't matter, then let's give the kid her chance. I'm Soul Commander. Let's try this your way. This should be fun. I'll get to see how good you Galaxy folk really are with all your weird ways, putting Pokemon in those strange balls and what have you. That whole practice bothers me. Almighty Sinnoh made Hisui so vast so Pokemon could live freely throughout. We're meant to stand alongside Pokemon, not count ourselves above them. We do not use Pokeballs to desire control our Pokemon, only so that we can live together. Allow us to show you what we can do. This is your mission now. I order you to study Cleavor and help us find the truth of this situation. I accept. Remember that you are a stranger who appeared one day out of the very sky above us. People are naturally suspicious of your presence here. If you wish to be fully accepted and trusted, you must work hard. Work yourself to the very bone. Well, that's settled, and there's no time like the present. The Lord of the Woods, Cleavor, is descended from a Pokemon that was blessed with Almighty Sinnoh's own power. No other Pokemon you've yet encountered can compare to his strength. Be warned. Listen to me. The Galaxy Expedition team has come to the Hisui region as a group of outsiders. Some might call us interlopers. We mustn't do anything to threaten our relations with the Diamond and Pearl clans. Understand? Join me downstairs. We'll cover the details of this new situation. There's so much talking in the beginning of the game, I'm remembering. I also love how she has an Abra. That's a nice nod to who her descendants become. Oh good, you're already here. Professor Laventon, the briefing, if you please. Yes, let's get right to it. So, I understand you've been requested to find out the cause of Cleavor's frenzied state. But as you're aware by now, Cleavor is a mighty thing, nigh invincible even. The security corps tried throwing Pokeballs at Cleavor when they were attacked, but I'm afraid they didn't even come close to catching him. It seems he's a far trickier opponent than even those aggressive species of Pokemon that cannot be caught outside of battle once they're riled. I'd like to be perfectly clear on this point. This mission would put you in extreme danger. Do you believe you can handle it? Of course. Very well. Then let us go over the particulars. The Diamond and Pearl clans revere their nobles because they believe these Pokemon serve their almighty Sinnoh. They leave offerings to express their gratitude to these Pokemon in locations they call the nobles' seats. So perhaps a good starting point for our research could be to find out what sorts of offerings they normally leave for this Cleavor. Shadai, we need to speak with you. Listen. That rift in space-time seems like it connects this world to a whole other world. That world might be where Almighty Sinnoh itself resides. The true Almighty Sinnoh, that is, the one that rules over time. So if you fell through the space-time rift, that might mean you traveled through time by Almighty Sinnoh's own power. Think of it! You've just been swimming in its divine might! Well, I've got a favor to ask of you, oh amazing time traveler. Don't just study Cleavor. Quell his frenzy. Well, you certainly caught us at a good time, young Adaman. We were just discussing our next steps with regard to this whole Cleavor situation. Oh, so you must be that Galaxy Team scholar I've heard about. Good to meet you, Mr. Professor. Mr. Dr. Professor! Laughing into you. Share some of that knowledge with me sometime. Now let me elaborate a little. Those Pearl clan types have a lot of respect for Cleavor. You heard his title, Lord of the Woods. I'm sure they'd rather get this thing under control too, but it's harder for them to come out right out and ask those of the Galaxy Team of all people for help. And the truth is, we and the Diamond Clan have a similar problem on our hands. A Pokemon dear to us off in the mountains has flown into the same type of frenzy as Cleavor. Now, there's certainly bad blood between us and the Pearl clan, but still, we've all got to share Hisui. And that means we ought to tackle our problems together. But there aren't many capable of standing up to such powerful Pokemon. You're the best hope we've got. You'll find Cleavor at Grand Tree Arena. That's in the very heart of the Heartward. His warden is a boy named Lion. Lion is a brilliant child, but also a bit, well, sometimes brilliance can be blinding, you know. He'll tell you all about his beloved Cleavor, whether you wish him to or not. Anyway, I'm sure you're up to the challenge, so we'll be counting on you. See you later. Wow, he just said his piece and then vanished. He must just value his time that much, I guess. That'd have been in my word wrong, you know. If you're to study and perhaps even quell Cleavor, you'd best start by visiting his abode. Now we've got the Heights camp, it should be come in handy for getting to Grand Tree Arena. And don't forget to visit the pastures. Choosing your Pokemon team carefully makes a difference. Bye-bye. So this guy actually comes in handy, but he kind of rips you off at more and more. I'm going to try to go for 4 more. Because I believe he's that one character like keeps doubling his rate. Like first he charged you 100, then he charged you 200, 300, never mind. 2 Okay, that'll help. All right. Let's go ahead and save while I'm thinking about it. Okay. Just so happens I think I have enough foreign berries. Yep, sure do. Hmm. 3 free revives. That ain't bad. Ain't bad at all. Okay, are there any other side quests that I'm not aware of? Yes. Yes, another one that's kind of frustrating. This one's easy, but there's another one towards the gate that is frustrating. Okay, so to do that, yes, you need 3 pieces of wood. This is what I mean by wood is kind of useful, because these really serve no purpose other than selling fodder for 1,000 Poké-Dollars. Which, you know, that isn't bad. You need a weasel. Do I have one big enough? Because you're kind of a runt. Yep, 2'8". That's what I thought. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think I was anywhere near close to where I needed to be. Alright. Okay, I do need to buy something from him that nobody else, that you cannot make yourself. They are these cake lore bases. There's no way to make those, and nobody else carries them. He is the only one that carries them. Stock up on them while you can. And I also kind of want to wear something a little different. You just wear karate gi. I find that funny. No, they don't. I don't think they have orange yet. You have to unlock that later. Wait, no, never mind. I'm dumb. So I'm going to buy the one that's a little more green than that? Or pink? No, not yet. I don't think so. Okay. I'll buy these because they go better with the shaman costume. I might as well rep it.
And that's going to be all the time that we have. So until next time, Ryo Nakage 33 signing off.